Okay, hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I begin with this lesson, I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to our
When the
power,
next
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Kakudash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, at Great Millstone who do well and teach well, and shalom to the whole full elect, and you I can push in this word throughout the four corners of the earth with all truth and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. And I don't want today's lessons edifying, man. This is going to be going into Ice-9 protocol, financial system frozen overnight. And I'm going to let him
crisis hits, the elites are planning to freeze the financial system, and they'll replace it with a new system, one not based on the U.S. dollar. When that happens, we'll wake up to a very strange and disturbing new reality.
And for our viewers that are watching today, what might their reality look like that morning? How does this manifest?
First, they'll have gone to bed knowing that a massive financial crisis was underway.
Right. The people are going to go into bed knowing that a financial crisis is underway. Right now, all Americans are in the know that the dollar is not in good standing right now, right? And we understand that a financial crisis is soon on the way. January 1st is when Russia and China will not use the U.S. currency, for trade, but use their own. And what does that mean for the U.S. dollar? It means it's going to collapse. But nonetheless, it's the fact that he said that their plan is to, at least get people to know that a financial crash is on the way. They had the movie Leave the World Behind, had it madly promoted through TikTok. And what was the big thing about it? A cyber attack. What happened when they went and go checked on that one dude that was preparing, right? That prepper. He said, I'll give you $1,000. He's like, man, do you think cash matters right now? He's like, Zelle, Apple Pay, none of that shit is working. So it's just the fact that what this guy is saying, and I'm not too hip on who this guy is, but nonetheless, what he's saying is happening right now. And then the mentioning of Ice-9, which I have an article put up that we're going to go into.
Crisis. But when they wake up, they'll find it has worsened and the contagion has spread worldwide. When they go to withdraw money, their ATM will say closed temporarily. When they go to sell stocks, their account will say transaction not available. When they go to their local business, that business will only accept cash. If
stocks, cash, ATMs, so on and so forth. And the reason I mentioned stocks is because we have a precept lined up for this.
It's open. As citizens realize they're being barred from their money, riots will erupt. It's going to get really bad really quickly.
How would such a freeze actually work? And wouldn't that be highly illegal?
Well, it wouldn't be illegal technically because they've been quietly laying the groundwork for years. They've rigged the financial laws, changed the rules of the game to allow this to happen.
Hey, through through his policies, right? He shall make craft. He shall make his own craft to prosper. All this shit is rigged, and the elites have been setting this shit up for a minute now, which is why you see, what's happening in America, these other nations, coming in here and, all the sleeper cells and so on and so forth. It's all for, a big agenda that all these elitists are actually in on it, man.
Financial laws, change the rules of the game to allow this to happen. The stage is set. They have the levers in place. The lights are positioned. Now someone just needs to flick a switch, and they'll impose Ice-9 rapidly. When the next crisis hits, the elites are planning.
Okay. So he mentioned that earlier, that people are going to know that a financial, crash is underway, right? I have this precept right here. It's like, not precept, this article. Russia and Iran officially ditch U.S. dollar for trade. Okay. So we understand that a financial crisis is underway. Let's get, maybe brothers know where I'm going with that. I have right here, Salakia. Yeah, before I get that, Ice-9 protocol. Oh yeah, Salakia about that. This is Ice-9 protocol. Ice-9 protocol, the exercise for a financial Armageddon. An exercise to prepare for a total collapse of the global financial system. What if I tell you that a financial Armageddon is underway, that they have even prepared for it with the massive drill? ? Yeah, it is true. Unfortunately, they even gave it a fancy name, Ice-9 protocol. And the reason they're prepared for this, man, the scriptures tell you in Amos, let me just get it real quick. Amos 3. This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, and verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people be not afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord hath not done it? It's a rhetorical question. Verse 7, surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai has set this financial system to be, crashed that we have right now. Because, right, let me get this. To all be fulfilled should be in Matthew 5:18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. This charagma, the mark of the beast, Revelations 13 and 11. When you go into that word mark, it goes into charagma. And brothers have made multiple lessons on going into that word charagma. When you go into the root, it goes into a karax, which goes into a pell or a stake, something that's used to insert into something, right? To puncture something, which is going to be the catapult of that little RFID C-hip, that little device that's going to be used. So in order for that device, right, in order for the mark of the beast to happen, right, this has to crash. This currency, this this dollar that we have right now has to crash. Okay? And they have been preparing for it, right? It said, no, the Lord has been preparing for this. Okay? And with this is gonna, bring in Jacob's trouble, man. This is also gonna be, tied in with Jacob's trouble, because it's gonna be all types of things going on, man. You have the sleeper cells, you're gonna have the dollar, going zero, you're gonna have uproars and chaos and yeah. And we know how Esau Edom runs, right? When you read the dollar, it says ordo ab ko, and that translates to order out of chaos. So they need to bring in chaos so that this charagma can be that. Man, people are going to be lining up for it, People are going to be lining up for it. Can't wait to get that charagma so they can live somewhat a normal life. Because after that, it's not going to go back to normal whatsoever. And the people that take that charagma, which we go into it, you're going to have cancer. You're going to be bugged out. It's not going to work how they claim it's going to work, right? Them left-hand side miracles. And you're going to be had in great derision, bro. But nonetheless, this crashing, right, this dollar, right, you're seeing all this stuff happen around the world that they're getting ready to... Because Russia's in on it too, right? China's in on it. All these nations are in on it, right? They all consent with one consent. They all have the same thing in mind. They all have the same goal, okay? And so right now, all they're worrying about is who's going to be the ruler of this new currency, right? The charagma, the mark, right? China thinks they're going to be the next ones, right? Russia, whatever. None of y'all are, bro, because World War III is going to be bound to escalate. Okay, when you read the book of Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, the Lord's going to put that evil thought inside of Putin's head. Press that button, man. Okay. And again, the Lord, it's biblical prophecy, man, to all these things be fulfilled. Right. What is the Ice-9 protocol? Right. I stopped right there. They have been planning and preparing for this for years, and they are now ready to implement it. This article was uploaded. They're now ready. August 23, 2022. Okay. They're already, the Ice-9 protocol was most recently exercised in 2008 during the global financial crisis. What will happen when Ice-9 protocol is activated? The global financial system will totally collapse, and a new world order will be ushered in. The global elite will be in control of everything, and the rest of us will be slaves. Read that, man. When you read the book of 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, Esau Edom, his whole mindset, his whole goal is to be like the Most High. is to sit in the seat of the Most High. Verse, we don't gotta go into where does his name come from. Let's go on. Who is the global elite? Oh, you know what? Let's go into the name actually. Where does that name come from? The Ice-9 protocol comes from the book Cat's Cradle by Kurt Vonnegut. In the book, Ice-9 is the substance that can turn all water on the earth into ice. That's the spirit. This is what the global elite want to do to the global financial system, turn it into ice and then rule over it. Because without water, we don't live. Right? Who is the global elite? There is no one answer to this question. The global elite is made up of the richest and most powerful people in the world, according to those CTs. They are the bankers, which is true, the CEOs, politicians, and the 1% in power on this planet. They are the people who control the world. Really, when you go into the World Economic Forum, look at those people that were on there. They're the ones that control it. But nonetheless, when we see all this stuff happening, Akim, when you see this shit, when you see the dollar collapse, remember, bro, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, this is prophesying the scriptures. Let's get Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 10. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh, that there shall be a noise of a cry from the fish gate, and an howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. When you go into hills, it goes into, smaller governments. How, ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for the merchant people are cut down, and all they that bear silver are cut off. And this is why I specifically said the stocks, right? Those that change the stocks. Because when it comes to the stocks, that's how, your dollar is being traded as well. Okay? And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles, and will punish the men that are settled on their lees, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil. All right, it's going to be suddenly. 1 Thessalonians, let's get it. Chapter 5 and verse 1. But of the times and the season, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Right? Even when the dude was explaining it, what did he say? He said, you're all going to have a know on when, the dollar's going to collapse, right? And us, even more so, we have the scriptures, right, that I self. 2, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night, right? It said, verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, and then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And this is going to those that are settled on their leaves. When this dollar crashes, and they get ready to implement this, new world order. You people that have not been building up your faith, your wisdom, knowledge, understanding in the scriptures, you're gonna lean on carnal means to try to sustain yourself in these times, which is why you're gonna be one of the first ones to line up and go take that mark of the beast, which is the charagma, right? That word mark. And ye shall not escape. Verse 4, but us, yea, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of the light, and of the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Check it right here, verse 6. Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober, right? We're not settled on our lees. There's a parable in the scriptures talking about that man, that sat on his talent. And when the Lord came back to check on him, what did he do? He didn't do shit with it. He just chilled. He relaxed. And what happened? The Lord just, man, let's get that. Let's get that. I'll probably close out with that. Oh, actually, I have it right here. Mordar, right? Easton Bible Dictionary, Maktesh, Mortar, a place in or near Jerusalem inhabited by silver merchants, right? It has been conjectured that it is the Phoenician quarter of the city where the traders of that nation resided after the Oriental customs, Salaki. So when you go into Maktesh, it's going into, the stock market, right, in today's time. But let's get that precept. Let's get that one. You know what? Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's cool. Let's get straight to the point. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25 and verse. Let's get straight to verse. Verse 24. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art a hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. Right? He gave him back his talent. Verse 26. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant. Remember, a sluggard is a sin. Thou knowest not that I reap where I sow not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which has 10 talents. For unto everyone that has shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath. And cast ye that unprofitable servant into outer darkness. You're going to be a part of that darkness. In 1 Thessalonians, the fifth chapter. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So yeah, man, we see everything, getting ready to play out. Right? Esau, Edom is ready to throw this dollar. And it can definitely be used through the means of, of these other nations, which could be strategic, right? Russia and Iran. But even then, it's also, really happening because these other nations are going to, bomb, let's just say, America, man, through the prophecies, right? Because you can report it for it. Thus saith the scriptures, not me. Right? You can read Joel the 2nd chapter, and Joel the 3rd chapter, Ezekiel 38 chapter, Second Ezra the 15th chapter, and it's Jeremiah the 51st chapter, Isaiah 9 and 5, right? Second, so on and so forth, just so, I don't get flagged. But yeah, man. And then look at this, girl. Christ is coming with the hard eyes. Man, you people don't know what's getting ready to happen. People think, let me get this. I'll close out with this. Yeah, Christ is coming. Matthew chapter 10 and verse 34. I'm going to close out with this. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. And Jacob's trouble is going to be full of, swords being used, full of judgment, famine, death, pestilence, so on and so forth. So yeah, man, Ice-9 protocol, these elites already, have this underway. Scriptures have talked about it before. And they're getting ready to usher in with this Ice-9 protocol, the New World Order, which is going to be that Charagma system, that mark of the beast system, where you will not be able to buy or sell unless you take that RFID C hip, put the Dorito chip, right, the C and the hip together. So with that, man, I don't want this outside of fine. Shalom.